Alright, we're going to look at the derivative of another inverse trig function. So we're going to look at the derivative of the arctan, and we have all the nice criteria that we need so that we can find the inverse, not the inverse, find the derivative of an inverse function. And so for the arctan, let's see, our x is going to be in all real numbers, and then the y is our output of an angle, and the output of an angle, the y, is going to be between negative pi over 2 and pi over 2, not including that for the arctan. So we're going to rewrite this in the equivalent form, assuming everything's playing nicely in terms of our input and output. This becomes the tangent of y is equal to x, and then we're going to go ahead and do implicit differentiation. So derivative of tan is secant squared, and then because y is a differentiable function of x, we get the y prime via the chain rule, and then derivative of the x is 1. We'll divide both sides by secant squared of y. Okay. So let's see what we can do from here. So we have 1 over secant squared. And we know that y was originally defined to be the arctan of x. Okay, so then we're going to go appeal to our triangle, and let me fix that. This should be an x here. Excuse me. That should be an x. Okay. So the arctan is going to give me. So I'm going to feed you the side of x, and then you're going to tell me what angle that is. The ratio of sides is x. And the tangent is opposite over adjacent, so the easiest way to get x would be x over 1. So opposite is x, adjacent is 1. And then by Pythagorean theorem, we get the hypotenuse is square root of 1 plus x squared. Okay. Alright, so now we have this is equal to 1 over. So we're going to look at the secant of this angle here, and the secant is hypotenuse over adjacent, so the secant is just the square root of 1 plus x squared under the square root, and then since we have the square, we're going to square that, and the square and the square root will undo each other. So you just remember that silly math joke is what happens when you put root beer in a square cup. You get beer. Square and square root undo each other. Okay? I know, it's a bad joke. Alright, so on the next slide I'll just briefly write more generically. So if we have a differentiable function u of x, we just get the chain rule, so our more generic formula for the derivative of arctan. Okay? Pretty straightforward. On your homework assignment, I think I have you do this was a derivation of the formula for arccotan, so it would be very similar to this one.